guys, it's me, Lori. I wasn't going to show this because it doesn't look like it's supposed to. Nothing ever looks like it's supposed to with me. This is a journal that we made in Junk Journaling with Penny. You were supposed to follow along. At some point, I didn't follow along anymore. I followed, but just didn't follow along. Kind of. Does that make sense? Probably not. I'm going to try to get this to zoom out just a tiny bit. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it don't. Okay, so I'm so over that little red truck. I loved that little red truck last year, but this year I'm over it. So we used a blue truck. That's what I used. Also used some burlap. I did follow along with making a pocket on the front, but I didn't do much to the back except just leave it with a piece of paper. And then this is a piece of, it's canvas. It's meant for window shades. So then I got these 3 tags. They go from fall to winter. That was my transition. There's the winter, there's the fall, and then that's in the middle. Ooh, goodness. Okay. So then I have this ribbon closure. It's kind of pretty. Doesn't match exactly, but it goes in the color scheme, but it does match that pumpkin real good. So I used it. I don't think it's a Christmas print. It's just a print. It's pretty. So I'm going to try real hard to keep it over here where it's supposed to be. It's finally got my camera working okay again. So this is the inside. Now, my variation from Penny is that Penny made a different type of closure, and it looked interesting, but my book wouldn't close if I did it because I knew it was kind of be bulky, so I just did my own kind of closure. Also, I took a piece of Tyvek and I lined the inside of the envelope about 4 inches, and then so I have something sturdy to sew into. Then I have a pocket here, and inside this pocket is a little picture place for a picture that's made out of a embossing folder. So the picture goes on top of the joker, and then behind in the middle it'll stop right there so the picture wouldn't come through. I cut a little bit off of the top, and then I took that little bit down here and I folded it under, and I made a little catch. And in the back of here there is a belly band, and it's just behind the frame. Then these I cut with my Big Shot, and I put glitter on them. So cute. I love that. And then if you just use your finger and you put a little triple thick on there, the glitter won't come off. Then inside is just a place to write about what this picture is, or whatever you want to write about. This is going to my son, and he is a journaler, so it was good. And this one says, fall flows into winter. And it's an envelope to put pictures in. And that's a magnet closure. And I've showed you how to do everything in this journal before, so most of it. So this is just a pretty page from Artie Mays, and I loved it, so I thought I would use it. I actually have that little bird on my computer. I just put some stenciling here, printed. I put a whole bunch of inspirational quotes because Mommy isn't there in North Dakota anymore, and so he needs a little inspiration. These are just some staggered pages. I can't remember where everything in this book came from as far as kits, so I don't know. This is just some stamping, the token doily. There's not any lace in this. He's not a lacy guy. This is from Dollar Tree. It's this big roll of gauzy ribbon with pretty leaves. Then I went over the actual paper with a stencil. And then I just backed these. Most of the pages in here are backed with receipt pages that I coffee dye. And so the ink from like where they print that receipt, it leaves a really pretty shadow on the back of the paper where you coffee dye it. So I like using the receipts. And then this I just printed blue to keep with the theme on the front. Has a little inspirational saying on it. And I tried to do it with canvases or manly looking ribbon. Inside here is another little journal spot. You can write, and then it's got a little staged area there. You can write on the back. Then I don't know really what this page is, but it's cute, so I'm going to use it. Hold on one second, please. Okay. And this one has a little stamping on it. So pretty. I just used a whole bunch of colors on my stamp and then stamped. I love this paper. This wine paper. I just love that paper. I'll be so sad when I run out. It's a book I took apart. So there is another inspirational saying and some more stenciling. And these are some more leaves that I cut out, and some had texture built into the die, and then some didn't. So I just took some fall embossing folders and I just embossed like a fall leaf design on them. And then again, I just took a little triple thick on my finger and ran it over the stickles and the glitter. That's glitter, and yeah. It works beautifully. Oh, underneath here, this is a place to put more pictures. And I did that on my jelly plate, and then I went over it and stenciled. It says autumn. I think that autumn is Artie Maze's. And this is an embossing folder. The little mirrors, the cameras. That's an embossing folder. And there inside there's just a piece of my wood stained paper. And then another place for a picture and a note. I'm not completely 100% done with this. I bought a couple pine cone dies early back in September, so I would get them just in case they sold out. But now I can't find them. But when I find them, I'm going to cut some pine cones. I think I have 3 pine cone dies, so I'd like to get some in here. This is a old Stampin' Up! Stamp set. These are the leaves, and then this is the banner. So I stamped the banner in oxide ink. They're all in oxide ink, and then I just cut that banner out and glued it on there. I like the computer paper a lot. These are just the little candy bags that you buy off Amazon or eBay, or that's a ball pen holding that on. It will move. Then inside is a tag you can write on. and you can write on the back of the bag. And then this one is another one, and that is just like where you put the ink on the mat and then you push it down in it, and that's what I got off Rusty Hinge. And then there is a tag in here, part of the paper line. I don't know whose, but I liked it. Okay, now this is cute. This is so cute, and this I learned from Miss Jamie Parody. She has a channel on YouTube, and it is called, wait for it, Jamie Parody. She is very creative, and I like her personality, and so I watch her quite a bit, and she always inspires me. Like right now I'm making fabric tags out of my scraps. She is very creative, and she has great ideas. So this is something she showed on her channel, and I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. How come nobody ever did that before? Well, I guess she just came up with it. This is for one word, right? One hidden word, one hidden thought. Could write on both sides. And then you just tuck it back in there, like so. Is that not the coolest thing? I love it. So you can write here, and then this is an old ledger page. More inspirational quotes, more inspirational quotes. And of course I just used my Rusty Hinge to go over that, because literally I love the cover of Rusty Hinge. I think it's beautiful. You can't see, can you? Did you see all of this, or did you miss it? Oh my gosh, these are the little candy bags. I don't know where I left off where you could see. There's that. There's that. The candy bags. The cool little inspirational hidden spot. Okay, so we're caught up. This is the old ledger pager with the inspirational quote, and that's the Rusty Hinge leaf page. Oh my goodness. So here is my, oh, this is my corseted butterfly. Is that not so cute? That's one of those, I think they're called impresslets. I'm real sure that's what they're called. Maybe. I think it is. Anyhow, more of the glittered leaves. And this is a belly band. You can tuck into it. But I needed a stop to have everything from flowing. You can tuck into it up until here, okay? But then if you want things to stay, you can put them down here, and I glued this down right here so it had a little stop, because that's too much of a belly band. And then I did this the same way, where I just mushed it down on the table, and then it wasn't long enough, so I added a little piece of paper. Then to cover where I added the paper, I added a piece of ribbon. Easy. I made these butterflies a long time ago. There's one more of them. They're pretty. Anyhow, okay. So then there's this. Pretty. These are really old green Sizzix dies. I would never get rid of them. I love them. That's all this is a tag holder, but it's got one of those little collage things on it, and the tag just sits in there. And then it all gets catched by this thing. And then this is a hidden writing spot. You just take it all out and write under there. And then you can write on the whole paper if you wanted to. Yeah, I like that. So then you can write on the back too. Want me to tell you about this green piece of paper? How you make this green piece of paper, because this is one of my favorite things. At Dollar Tree, they have this package of incredibly cheap craft paper. I mean, as soon as you get a drop of water on it, the ink spreads. And so when you put that in the water to coffee dye it, maybe 97, 95% of the ink disappears. It goes into your coffee water, and you get this beautiful green paper, and it has sediment stains on it. Do you see that from the coffee? And I love this paper. Like, it has these little dots on it. I didn't do that. It just comes from the paper and that dye. I absolutely love doing these papers. And if you've ever wondered, where do I get these papers? I tell you this often because I want you to go to that site and I want you to learn how to do your own paper instead of buying paper. Because this paper comes from www.printablepaper.net. They have tons of different kind of paper you can print. So then a lot of people don't know that if you heat set the paper before you try to dye it, your inkjet paper, most of the time it sets the ink. And so then you can coffee dye that paper and you don't lose those black lines from your inkjet printer. So that's what I do. I bake the paper first that I print from www.printablepaper.net. I bake it probably about 3 minutes. Then I set it aside and I let it cool while I do all the other papers. Then I do this graph paper. And while that pretty green is in the water, I do some inkjet printer paper that has been baked. Okay, that's how I do it. It works for me. I hope it works for you. So then I just stenciled on here. I think this paper comes from Nick the Booksmith. No, it didn't come from Nick the Booksmith. It came from whoever's paper this is, and I don't know. I can't remember. I printed it, but then I couldn't remember later. Then this is just store-bought music paper. And I tied my string in a bow, and then it flows into winter. Fall flows into winter. So this is just a tag you can write on the back. I didn't have, I need to put something on there because I have the paper clips, but I'll do it later. I'm so sorry that I can't remember whose paper these are. And this is, when was the last time you did something for the very first time? I like that. This is the other side of the green paper. And see the sediment? The brown sediment from the coffee? Because I use instant coffee. Yeah, I love it. And there's a few places that didn't get dyed, but I think that adds interest to it. And I'm lazy. So either one. Some pretty, and see, that's why I want to find the pine cones, because it would go really well in here. And I think this actually is like Christmas paper, because it has some references to Christmas, but I'm not worried about it. I will make him a December daily. I like making the December dailies, but I don't use them. So I have one journal I write in, and that one journal lasts me all year long because I don't have a very interesting life. This is a paper of my wood stained. If you decide to try staining your paper with wood stained paper, be sure you go this way on your paper so that you know, you get that grain in there. This one says, always know in your heart that you are far bigger than anything that can ever happen to you. I like that. And I just did this on the glass mat too. This is the other side of the candy bags. It's just got one of those little collage things. I forget what people call them. But it's just like a collage of junk. Little scraps. Little scraps. A dream is a wish, and a dream is a wish your heart makes. I like that. And then this one is just a little tag with some ribbon. More pine cones. I really need to find those dies. If I don't find them by the Saturday, I'm just gonna reorder them. Okay, this is a fun one. So this is a piece of pretty paper that I stenciled on, and then it has that little flap. Well, you lift up the flap and you have a little hidden writing area for a thought. I like that. And then it has the impossible is often the untried. And then if you pull this down, well, you push it up and pull it down, you have some hidden writing spots too. Like if you didn't know it was there, you may not even try to find it. And then this is a humdinger to get slide right down in there the first time. We'll see. Humdinger. Okay, it did it. Yippee! And then that just pulls right there. Are you watching Michelle Radcliffe? A hidden journaling spot. I love watching her. She does the hidden journaling spots. She has a nice personality too. A lot of YouTubers have the nicest personalities, and it makes them so easy to watch. Yeah, but she is a special lady. So is her husband. He does some really good wood burning. I have all my dad's old wood burning stuff, and I would love to learn how to use it better. This says you are loved a lot. So this one is a belly band in the middle of the page. Just has a piece of paper in there to show him he can write there. Then it has these little tags. You can write on the little tags. And you could put another tag. Can I put this? No, but you could put another tag down in there. But I don't want to cover up the birds because they're so beautiful. And then another little idiot. I just made these out of scraps. Actually, the whole thing is made out of scraps. I just don't want to throw it away. Another little collage thing down there. Oh, wait. Did I show you the hidden journaling spot? Hello. You could actually slide another something behind these, but I didn't do it. That's too much. So, yeah, another little hidden journaling spot. Got a hidden word spot. Got 3. In here, there's 3 hidden journaling spots. And I like to play that game with my son to see if he catches them. So this one, you pull down. Oh, so it's 4. There's 4. You pull that down and you can write under there. And then these are just little writing spots. I think they all have something on the back to write. So pretty. I love those pine cones. I've got to find those dies. And I don't try to hide like the maker of the tags. I don't try to hide those on the back. I just kind of think they add interest, character. The other side of my wood stained paper. Hidden doily. I'm not telling you what my husband said that looked like. That's so rude. That shit came on the paper. I'm going to cover it up with something. I am. It says you are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. And then this is a belly band. That's just all one piece. Don't be pulling on this thinking it's going to come out, because it's not. And then some tags. They just tuck in here. Tell me when you see the hidden journaling spot. Pretty tags. They're all lined on the back with that receipt paper. See how pretty that looks? I didn't do anything to it but coffee dye it, and then all the ink on the receipt side pulls through, and it just looks so pretty. Okay, so then in here there is a big index card. So Did you see the hidden journaling spot? Did you guess? Right here. Ha ha! Little journaling spot. I never really cared about hidden journaling spots until Michelle mentioned them. Okay, guys. That's it. That's the journal that I made in, I didn't make it in, Penny did the original videos to make it. I think there's one more coming up. And then Peggy Baldwin did some for ephemera and dangles. I didn't make no dangles. And then Darcy, she did some clusters. That's what they're called. Clusters. Let me see. That's what those things are called, are clusters. And then she did some for the edges. She did a couple. So that's it, guys. That's my journal that I made, followed along with Junk Journaling with Penny. But again, I will tell you, I went my own way with a lot of it because I can't follow directions to save my soul. So, yeah. Just remember, just something I'm sure she did, I don't know, but just remember you have to line the inside of your envelope. It keeps your string from ripping eventually your envelope open. So that's the only thing I'm going to add, is that you have to remember to do that. Okay, guys, have a great weekend. Today's Thursday. I hope you get to do something fun. Bye, guys.